Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are playing Big Blue. Big Blue, you never really hear like a big blue deck where this is like Big Blue Stompy type of style, kind of. So what we're going to do, and I did a deck like this a while ago, and I was trying to keep going with the monocolored deck, and this is the final color that I haven't done yet, and I was just really excited to build something, and I put together like another mono blue mill deck. I was like, I've already done that. I need to do something a little bit different. And I remember I had a deck that worked pretty well way back when with Kalafi, this person here, Rodnar, and trying to use her ability of having your devotion equal your power equal to your devotion to blue, which means that this can be a 10-3 pretty easily, and just kind of utilizing that for 3 mana 10-3, and you can have this deal a lot of damage to a creature, or a lot of damage to face, as long as you can give it like evasiveness. That's the biggest issue, is that blue lost a lot of its ability to be evasive, but also has a few new pieces that are interesting. So we have Cliffhaven Kite Cell, which allows us to, just for 1 mana attach it to any creature, and then if that creature dies, we can equip it for 2 to another creature at some point. And so the main creatures we're trying to get it equipped to is Calafe and Cherix. We also have Rousing Reed, which also offers flying. So flying is kind of like our big evasion ness that we can do. The biggest issue I can see with this is that there's the Dimir Flash deck has a lot of flyers. There's a lot of flyers in a few decks out there, but not necessarily a ton. So flying is kind of the best evasion tactic that we can get with this. There's not unblockable in the format right now. We do have a lot of bounce, so we can like bounce blockers with Brazen Bar, Unsummon, Sublime Epiphany, Teferi. So we have a few ways that we can bounce, a few ways that we can just be getting a bunch of creatures in. But yeah, so that's the game plan. Get Calafe up to like 10 power, give it flying, swing in 2 turns, win the game. We also have Cherix, which is a really fun card. I'm excited to see if this is ever good. This is a card that we can keep swinging in with over and over again. So 4 mana, 0/17, spells your opponent's cast, target costs 2 more to cast. I think that Clefairy also makes them all cast 1 more to cast. So with both of these out, this will be 3 mana to actually target this again, which is kind of cool. But then you can pay 3, and it gets plus X minus X until end of turn, where X is the number of islands you control. I'm not sure if there's a way in standard right now just to flip the deal damage equal to its toughness in blue. I maybe could look a little bit deeper for that. That would be a fun way to do this, is just like hit for 17 points of damage. And there's a ton of stuff in historic that we're going to be doing that soon. But I decided, let's go ahead and just try using his actual ability, see if we can get a lot of islands on the battlefield. We are only running islands in this deck. And so see if we can get this to be, 6, 8 power, and same type of thing as Clefairy, where we're just going to be hitting in for big amounts with Kite Cell or whatever, and we can swing in. They may not block this because they're like, I'm not sure if you're going to spend 3 mana on that or on any of our flash creatures or whatever else we got going for us. Anyway, so that's basically the idea. Get one of these guys out, hit in for a bunch of damage. We do have a few other creatures that can get big too, like the Deer Kraken, and we can just kind of keep putting counters onto it, keep going wide with the board, kind of slow down the game, hopefully get to a creature that can swing in and win the game. We have kind of just a couple of their finishers, Strike Typhoon. We do have enough spells in here that we can have it actually be on board. We can create a really big shark token, those kinds of things. And that's basically the deck. That's what I'm trying to go for. I don't think this is a super like competitive play style or a deck idea necessarily, but I built it the best way that I think I can, and we're going to take it into gameplay and see how it works. That's my favorite way to play. It's not necessarily like this is the best deck ever. No. We're trying new ideas, and we're going to see if the way that I built it can work. And I think that this is going to be pretty decent. 2 Confounding Conundrums to kind of just hose certain decks. We have our Unsummons, Brazen Bars, things like that to kind of just tempo the game out and see if our tempo with big hitters can kind of like combo them out a little bit here. So let's go ahead and jump to the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Oh man. Well, we have our combo. Well, I'm not sure if that counts as a combo. We can start hitting it for 4 on turn 4, and we're on the draw. If we find something else in for the 2-drop slot, we don't have a ton of 1 and 2-drop things, and we have our combo pieces kind of. So I'm going to keep this. It's definitely not great. I think we're hoping to find an Omen of the Sea or something that we can put onto the battlefield, get this a little bit higher in power, and then just hope that we can be swinging in. So play out an island, pass the turn, see how this goes for us. Scavenging Ooze. Yeah, some way to bounce would be nice. We can draw here. I think discard is the worst thing that can happen for us. Down to 18. Gonna act like we're thinking about countering it. Yeah, okay. Nope. That's fine. We'll allow it this time. Pass to my turn. Unsummon's not the worst. Alright. That gives us some things that we can do, at least. Slow him down a bit. It'd be nice to actually unsummon it there, but we got to make sure that we're actually getting damage dealt, because that is the only way that we can win with this deck. We don't have any mill. We don't have anything else going for us. No blocks. Take 5. Ouch. Harbinger. Alright, well, we're hitting lots of lands, which is actually kind of nice. Yeah, we get to draw 2 cards, discard 1. So that's the other nice thing about Rousing Breed. It's a lot of card draw. It's a lot of good stuff going for us here. What do we drop? Cherix is an amazing blocker for next turn. We can block Scavenging Ooze if they go in. We'll probably not have to... Brazen Devourer is nice. I don't want to give him a creature, though, to be able to steal with this. Maybe it's like Sublime Epiphany or Shark Typhoon. Or maybe just the Rousing Reed. Yeah, let's drop the Rousing Reed. Pass the turn. Hold back a blocker. We can take some damage from the Mammoth. Yeah, it's going to get big. Swings with both. Okay. Alright, so we block Khalife. We unsummon. Let's see if they have any kind of pump spell. Alright, unsummon. I guess the Harbinger. Keep them off of 1 point of damage for them not having an extra card. Yeah, absolutely. Down to 8. Gargaroth. Alright, well, here's the cool thing, is that we have a massive blocker. But they also have a really good blocker for Cleffe as well. And I guess we offer it. We can take 5 here again. They could have removal in black. Let's say no attacks. Pass the turn. We have to at least stay alive. I mean, it costs a lot to hit any of our stuff. This takes 3 to hit this. Alright, so they can draw cards, do stuff. How many islands do we have? We actually have quite a few. Is it worth just go ahead and trading this off? Oh, we'll block here. We have some good cards in hand. We can get down like Shark Typhoon this turn. And then play like Sublime Epiphany the next turn. Start creating 6/6s. Things that are big and whatnot. Just playing it out here. Shark Typhoon. No attacks. Pass the turn. We have to stay alive, and we have to make sure that we're staying advantaged. Farouk. Ew.
Windy skies, leaves underfoot.
Yeah, pumps here. Swings with everything. They have lethal. Yeah, they have lethal. All right, well, that was like the one card that saved him there. So because this only has 4 toughness, we're dead. So yeah, good game. They get to do 6 with one of them, then 2 with the other through the 4 toughness there. Boo hiss. Well, that was still a fun game. I think that yeah, it was fun. Up against Kalidos, and yeah, we have a hand here. I would love to be on the play one of these times. Edgewell Innkeeper, play Island, pass the turn. Normally you'd want to get equipment out, but because this has an ETB effect with it, you hold off on it, which does feel a little bit off, but it works. Down to 19, play the Island, pass the turn. They go to combat first, we'll probably just take it. See if we can hit something bigger with this. Alright, gets the Mammoth coming out. Do I want to bounce some Mammoth, or do I want to... They don't swing. Very interesting. In that case, yeah, we'll just bounce the Mammoth. Slow him down a little smidge more. Now that we have, actually, the Krakens going for us, I'm actually going to throw out the Krakens. We get to pay 1 next turn, make it a little bit bigger. We can start, just having really big creatures that they can't deal with very well. Khalife can come out and still draw a card. Heartless Act. Alright, before we have any counters on it. Okay, 16. Confounding Conundrum. Can't play it this turn. Teferi is interesting here. We definitely... I think we want to hold off on that one. Let's go for another Kraken. What's Kraken? Yeah, we'll go ahead and put flying onto it now. This can get just as big as Clefairy. Opponent's like, what in the world are they doing? Or we can actually confound a Conundrum, get that out, make this pretty big on this turn. We can draw a card off of the beginning, confound a Conundrum. Then we can have some sort of answer for them, potentially. Alright. They have all the removal. All of it. Swings in, steals another creature. Doesn't steal the other creature. Interesting. Not going for more damage. Alright, Clefairy. Pass the turn. I'm going to go ahead and let this get up to 4. We have the unsummon. I don't think they're going to have any kind of protection here. Oh man, getting out Confounded Conundrum would have been great. Not that it really affects them a ton now. Like, this houses some decks, but not a ton. Vivs. Alrighty.
Elemental cat dinosaurs? I love Ikoria. I love making new friends.
Alright, yeah. Unsummon the Scavenging Goose. See how... I want to hit Vivian. This has reach. Okay. So in that case, yeah, we just play out the Teferi.
Time is fragile, yet it chews through the strong to think fast.
Draw a card, drop the island. No attacks, pass the turn. This may be a hard deck to actually win games with. It's a fun try, though. Man, this deck is solid. Alright, do I draw cards here? I'm not sure if I actually want Confounded Conundrum, if I can find something better. Let's see here. Is it until their next turn? Could stop this from actually being a factor for the next turn. Take away the reach. Yeah, let's go ahead and just make sure that we can hit Vivian.
Must have missed something.
We lose a lot of... We can hit Vivian for 4. They're going to be up to 5. Scavenging Goose. And then we're leaving ourselves wide open for a big hit. They have another creature with reach, yeah. Omen of the Sea, scry 2, draw a card. Rousing Reed. Isn't the worst. Definitely isn't good, but it lets us block here. That's the biggest thing, is we can block 3/3s. Discard Confounding Conundrum. No attacks, pass the turn. Yeah, we don't actually win this one, I don't think. Falmar Knight. Yeah, because it draw 2 cards. This is a good deck. The Golgari Adventures deck I know has been creeping up in the rankings lately. Another creature with reach. Yeah, this is. I think that's the other part of this, is that flying maybe just doesn't have a lot of effect in this format. Vivian's out here. There's Gem Razors, which have reach. There's Gargaros. And then Dimir has a lot of flyers. Even Red is starting to play the Phoenix. So and also the Robber of the Rich still has reach as well. So like, there's things that everything can do. And it's getting pretty rough. All right. Omen of the Sea. Alright, well, we have 2 bounce effects. Yeah, we're done. There's no way that we could actually win that match. Alright, up against Real Pasto, and I don't like having 3 drops hands on the draw, but it's the pieces that we're looking for with this deck. We're going to try this out, see if we can get Clefairy to actually be good. Play the island, pass the turn. Like, we have our 2 pieces that we're really trying to build a deck around. If we get to turn 4, we suddenly have an amazing blocker that's actually really hard to kill because it costs 3 more to kill this. Alright, we'll drop 1 Cherix. Since we've got another. Play out the islands, pass the turn. And, Rakdos, Mardu something maybe? Maybe just Rakdos. Alright, Calife. Creates another 2/2. Actually, maybe not. Okay, they do have another creature there. Getting pretty close to bringing back the Kroxa as well, which is scurry. What's our best draw here? Probably like a Teferi. It'd be nice to get a Teferi. Yeah, we'll block. They have a Stomp here. It takes up their entire turn to Stomp. Oh yeah, okay. Alright, get out Cherix. Pass the turn. And Kroxa is going to be very annoying. The one issue with Sublime Epiphany too is that not a lot of our creatures can actually be copied. We do have a few that can work with it, but we do lose out on one of the modes with Sublime Epiphany with this. Okay, Kroxa's coming out. What do we drop here? We want the lands to try to get the Sublime Epiphany. Kitesail, I guess we don't need right now. We can run into other ways to get things flying. Brazen Borrower is good. Let's go ahead and draw now. Unsummon is nice. We want the land as well, actually. So yeah, unsummon. Pass turn. That means we get Sublime Epiphany on the next turn. Alright, goes to combat. Let's go ahead and unsummon Kroxa. I should have actually used Brazen Borrower so that we can discard the unsummon. Yeah, that was a misplay. I want to have the Sublime Epiphany though, so I think we discard the Brazen Borrower unfortunately here. I missed up that one. Timber Calls the Dead. Alright, pass the turn, holding up Sublime Epiphany. Creates another 2/2. We can almost bring back a Kroxa now. I think we just counter whatever we can. We can't actually copy... So just playing out Kroxa here. That gets them up to 6, which means they can bring something else out. Interesting. Alright, so we can counter the activated ability. Counter target, or return something to its hand. Okay, so first off, we're going to counter this ability. Send a token back to hand. We draw a card. So now we don't have to discard our card. But they still lose the Kroxa. They can bring one back now, but we didn't hit another thing there. All right, Rankle, that's annoying. They only have one card to discard. Rousing Reed actually would be pretty sweet here. All right, sacrifice a creature. That also makes sense. All right, Calefe. Rousing Reed. Now we got a blocker. Discard an island. Yeah, we'll just play the island out. That's fine. Man, I want this to work so bad, but it's a really hard one to make work. Ox Vagonus. Man, the 4 toughness also just makes this really hard to really like use ever. Tons of stuff in the graveyard. Yeah, they've got plays for days. We're drawing nothing. I should have scried there. Let's just go ahead and activate this now. What do we got? Bolt to the bottom. Yeah, we would have just hit another land anyway. Now we don't have as much power. Man, this deck, I want it to work. We might have to switch things up. Is invert still in the format, actually? We can check that out. Alright, up against Cubano. Keep this. Not a bad hand at all. Hellhound. Alright, if they go crazy here, we have the unsummon. Pass the turn. We'll take it first. Just making sure they can't replay stuff. Yeah, let's go ahead and unsummon this now. We have the Teferi for some interaction later. Just keeping creatures off the board so that we can have a good blocker for later. Alright, play out the island. Pass the turn. Plays out the Hellhound. Alright, play Omen of the Sea. Let's keep one land on top. We do want to draw lands, but not 2 in a row. Alright, we've got a 3/3. Now we can block the Hellhound unless they have a way to pump it more. They're holding up two mana earlier. It seems like they're going to have a shock of some sort. There's a Torbrand. That's bad. Now I think we just kill the Rimrock Knight. We've got to stay alive. There's a chance they just won't have a land here.
Nothing else. Time to improvise.
Alright, drop an island. Alright, so my guess is that they have the Embercleave here. I'm going to wait to let them try to put it onto something. Alright, they know that we've got to stop this at some point, right? I guess if they're not killing Teferi, we take 4 here. That's not that big of a deal. Down to 4. We can keep our Teferi blocking Torbrand when it actually matters. They lose out in the ability to actually do Embercleave because they pass the priority. And so they didn't actually do any big damage. They thought that we were going to do something, but we didn't. Alright, goes for the shock. And I guess we just tick up. No, we want to be able to... Alright, let's take away the Torbrand. We still lose the Teferi, but we take away Torbrand for a little bit.
Time's up.
Alright, we really need a creature. Very, very badly. Commanding Conundrum. Yeah, none of these actually are good. Oh my gosh. Alright. Come on. Ugh. Pass the turn. We're probably dead here, actually. Oh no. Come on. You can do it. Gots the landfall. Shocks it in. Has the Embercleave. Yeah. And if they have shock, I think it's game over. Or it's game over anyway, yeah. Alright, deck. Give us one game. That's all we ask for. If we get one game, I mean, that's all it takes for this deck to win. You know, this is a, can it happen? And if it can, great. Alright, up against Kiersey, and we're actually on the play. I think the first time this video. This is the first time out of 5 games that we've won the coin toss. Yes. Alright, so Caliphate with Rousing Reeds are actually real good. We'll have a 5/5 before too long. In the air. which isn't bad. I mean, and we get to draw a bunch of cards while we're at it. And we start out with a Confounding Conundrum. Ooh. That was the best, like, turn 2 play you can get. Except maybe having the Brazen Bar this turn. Alright, Wind Robber. Unsummon. We're fine with them milling us a little bit here. Okay, we got a 3/3. Soaring Thought Thief swings in, mills 3. Getting some lands off the top. And it's a fairy. Ooh, Sea Dasher Octopus is interesting. Alright, swing in. Especially because we have the unsummon here as well. We put it under. So Calife's ability just says its power is this. It doesn't say its power is this plus this or whatever. So, yeah, not all the time we can do that. We could have put Kite Sail Haven on as well as a blocker, but we'll just pass the turn. Field Passage. Go ahead and crack it. Do it. Dare ya. I should have done it beforehand. It has Flash anyway. How many cards are we going to have? Alright, so we'll save the unsummon until later. See if we can hit something else. Down to 17. Yeah, our life total is not at danger, at risk just yet. Let's unsummon. Actually, if we unsummon it now, it can just come back as a blocker. Just making them spend their mana as well. We have Brazen Bar. We have a few other things we can play. Okay, bounces our stuff. Oh, man. Where are the flipping lands? They milled them over. That's the answer. Alright. Correct Field Passage now. Yeah, so that's the way to get around Confounded Conundrum, is just doing this. So this is really great against the decks that are trying to ramp like crazy through other means. Oh, that's 2 more lands. Seriously? Seriously? Rude. Very, very rude. Brings out the Thought Thief. Yeah. We knew that this matchup wasn't going to be as good. Zersan. Brazen Bar. And there's another land. Come on, land off the top. Oh, it's just a permanent. They get a Shark Typhoon. Oh. Wow. Alright, let's go Kraken, I guess. Create some more blockers on the ground. We can start like blocking Thieves Guild Forcer. So they're not going to kill us with life gain. We can then bounce the Shark Typhoon back to hand at some point here. Dude, this card is so good. Everything about the Dimir Flash deck is just busted. It's a really good deck. And it makes it hard to really play a lot of other stuff because it's so solid. And there's other really solid decks out there too. Because this is so tempo and everything, you can have decks that just beat it by going faster. And we're just going to concede. Yeah. Man alive. Up against Tito Barasca. Sweet. Alright, keep this. Not an amazing hand here either. Man, this is the issue with Mono Blue. There's a lot of good things you can do with Mono Blue, but just having tempo plays, like just bounce and everything, only works with so many types of decks. This deck could kind of do it. I think the mill plan is definitely more aggressive enough to do it. Like, up against Yorion, though, would be hard. Alright, put out the islands, pass the turn. We're hoping to hit that other land so we can get the Jerix. We may just put Rousing Reed onto something else to draw 2 cards, but then we have a blocker. Birth of Militus. Alright, come on, give us another land. Or something to play. That would be nice. Alright, we're doing nothing. We can bounce the blocker. Although we're trying to go over the top anyway, so those really don't matter that much. But it's like, what? They haven't done anything yet. Yeah, that's about right. Oh man. They also might be thinking that we just have like we're like counterspell central. Okay, Maze Mind Tome. They're like, whoa, it actually resolved? What? Is this deck gonna have very many things? Anyway, let's just go ahead and bounce this. Yeah, we did something. Got him. Oh man, I love Jank so much. Oh no. Actually, that's something we could have put this on was onto the token. Draw a card. I guess we messed that up, huh? Because that would have been probably our best play. Draw 2 cards. Solemn Simulacrum. Yeah. Alright, let's hit a flip and land here. There's a Khalife. Yeah. Keep the island. Play the island. Pass the turn. Oh man, these have been such painful games. I'm sorry, guys. I do it so you don't have to. But you know what? It's all good. Swings in. Yeah. Oh yeah, we got nothing. Watch him have Sublime Epiphany here. Or just like play out a Shark Typhoon. And we've got our game plan rolling. I'm gonna stay in it for at least, a while or 3. Pass the turn. We've got a blocker now. Opponent's now a lot more confident. Like, oh, they're playing Jink. Okay, okay. Not as weird anymore. Life sounds good. So you get Restoration. They're actually casting it there? Nice. No maximum hand size for the rest of the game. Watch out for me, though. I've got some janky stuff going here. They're probably... Yeah, they'd be willing to block here. I can get out more power. Like, Teferi is pretty nice. They may not block if I have the Teferi. Let's go ahead and throw out Teferi out. Draw a card.
Yet it chews through the strongest. I do love a good puzzle.
We'll show them the rousing reads. Keep the island. Islands are nice for us for the Cherix as well. We can actually be swinging for quite a bit soon. Yeah, blocks, draws a card. That's fine. Now they're scrying. Yeah, it gets to see what they want on top. Oh, bad. How many cards do they have in hand? 12 cards in hand. I guess I could have just balanced it to try to get some damage through. I mean, maybe damage was more important there than anything else. Skyclave Apparition. Oh, how does this work? Alright, so... I'm not sure if I bounce it now if we get to keep it. Because the target goes... Like, there's some of them that stop the effect and some that don't. Oh, dang it, they hit this. Okay. Alright. I forgot it's 4 or less. I thought it was 3 or less. I should have... Oh my gosh. And Cliff is gone. Okay. We've got so many answers for everything we're doing. We gotta create a 4/4 here. Okay, unsummon. Negates, alright. That's fine. Alright, next turn we get to Rousing Read and Pump. And it'll be hit for 8 in the air. if it survives. If they have another Skyclave apparition. I totally forgot that this is 4 or less. It's a big deal. Oh, yeah, okay. Stop on the upkeep. Sack the Omen of the Sea. Sublime Epiphany isn't even good enough here. Okay, draw a card. Brazen Borrower. Alright. Gonna create some 4/4s, I suppose. We can actually bounce Glass Casket. Well. How many cards do they have? Okay, I'm going to play this out for a little bit longer for those of you that just want to see how bad this can get. For those that just want to watch the world burn. All I have to do is watch the election, and you're fine. Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man. Let's see if we can get both of them to attack in, actually. That'd be pretty sweet. That'd actually be pretty great. We'd also have 8 power on the board. It's totally possible for it to be great. Alright, yeah, so bounce an apparition. Kill the other one. Get 2 4/4s. I mean, that's not bad. And this can't hit tokens, so they can hit our Brazen Bar if we played it out, but yeah, not too shabby. And also, we can have both these be flying. We can swing for 10 each turn. Dude, we've got our game plan online. We're still in this. I can't take myself seriously. We're still in this. Yorion. Bounces the Glass Casket. They're going to take out a token. Rude. Oh, man. Love this game so much. Apparition. Hits the Cleffe. Glass Casket hits a token. Well, we have a blocker for Yorion. The fact that they're like taking time on the scries means that, yeah, they're keeping 2 on top. Yeah. We're screwed. Oh, so screwed. Alright, Rousing Greed. We got a big dude now. Discard into the land. Play Island. Play Calife. No attacks. Now it costs more for them to target it with stuff that doesn't ETB. Which, I mean, obviously with the Yorion deck, they don't have ETB stuff, as we've already seen a million times. You know what? It could be really funny to see if we can get another Cherix in just like a massive board state here. That could be fun. I have a very skewed sense of fun. Interesting. Intriguing. Let's draw a card here. I'm trying to have more information when I use the Rousing Raid again. Put this onto Calife. Draw 2, discard. Kitesel Haven actually. I mean, we already have so many lands here, yeah. So play this out. Let's. Man, how do we even do anything here? Yorion definitely just blocks the Calife. All right, we're done. We've had enough, right? You guys had enough. I've had enough. I can't stay in that like hoping anymore. They just have too many good flying blockers. And I guess that's the issue, is that flying isn't good enough for this deck. We'll go in the wrap up and talk about it. All right, so what did we learn about this deck? First off, yeah, we did get them to be pretty big. We got Calife, we got Cherix, so we had chances for them to be really big. It didn't matter. Flying doesn't matter in this format right now. And so that's the biggest issue, is that we had the Rousing Reeds, we had Kitesel Haven actually pretty consistently. I like Rousing Reed a lot. It's just a good card to give it flying. But in the format right now, flying just isn't evasive. Not necessarily. Not for something that doesn't have trample or whatever else. Like, there was a deck where you would make like Galta and give it flying and swing in or whatever way back when, and it was so powerful. But flying doesn't matter if you don't have trample or some other sort of form of evasion. So not having the ability to give it unblockable is really annoying. We just barely lost those cards with a um, rotation and everything. But the deck was fun. Again, I do it so you don't have to. I hope you guys enjoyed the video at least and had fun watching me lose and suffer. But yeah, yeah. Let me know if you guys absolutely hate videos like this where I don't win games, or if it's actually okay to watch me like I still enjoy making decks and trying it out. Again, I do it so you don't have to. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much. Please leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.